What's going on, everyone? It's the Fly Young Intellectual here. Just thought I'd share a little inspiration with you guys, a little bit of my story, and hopefully it'll help somebody out. The past couple years, I've been looking for a full-time job in the media. Journalism and communications was my major in college, so that's really what I wanted to do. Started off after a little break. I started off freelancing and applying for different jobs, and I figured it'd take a little time. But then, 3 months went by, 6 months went by, a year went by, and I wasn't getting the kind of response that I wanted. So about the 2-year mark, which would have been last summer, I really started to doubt myself and wonder, start to doubt my skills and things of that nature, and wonder if there was a place for me in the media. But then I realized what I was doing, and that was looking for outside validation of what I knew internally, which was that I had the skills, I had the desire. So instead, and at that point, I basically looked at it like I had two choices. I could either, accept what the outside world was telling me, which was, hey, maybe this isn't cut out for you, or I could make my own lane and prove to myself and to the world what I could do. So with that in mind, I started my own sports website, HBCU Game Day. Check that out, by the way. But more than the website, it's just really been rewarding for me. Not so much financially, because I haven't turned a profit as of yet, but just knowing that every time I look at my website and I see what I've done, and I know that I'm doing quality work and I'm getting feedback and I'm starting to build a following, it definitely is validation for me that that I do have the skills and I have what it takes to to be a professional in that realm. And I know that eventually it's going to come to fruition. But even if the outside world never or mainstream media, I never get a place in that, I know now that I have something that's something to offer to a segment of the population, and that's definitely been a confidence builder, and something to build off of. I'm not alone in that world, in doing that. In the music world, you got Jay-Z. He was never the most sought after guy by the record companies, but then he founds Rockefeller Records, and look at him now. So many people in the publishing industry, their books were rejected, and then they went on to become million sellers. Tyler Perry, no matter what you think about him, he was living in his basement. He started writing his own plays, and now he owns his own studio. So, you hear all those stories sometimes, and it's like you see them and you know where they started, but it's like they're so far away from you. They feel like stars, and that you can't really touch. So I wanted to share my story and just show somebody in their infant stages. But I definitely feel like that there are a lot of people in this world who have a lot of great talent, but they're waiting on other people to validate them. And I think if they go out and do it on their own, and just see where it lands them, that they would be a lot better off, and so would the world. So my message to anyone who has a talent and a skill, and you're not finding what you want, or what you want out in the work field, go out and make it happen yourself, and then everyone else is going to have to follow suit. They have to recognize your talent. So that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, get something to eat, and call it a night. You guys have a good one. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at gwriter85, and then like my page on Facebook, Fly Young Intellectual. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.